2, 1. Welcome everybody to the 12/17/17 college/NFL football preview. So we got several NFL games on today, as well. Today is NFL Sunday. No college football games, but I got some results I want to talk to you about. But before we do, let's get right into the NFL preview. First game, the 6 and 7 Dolphins are playing the 7-6 Bills in the Bills Stadium. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on CBS. It's going to be 27 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy. Might change. I checked this weather yesterday, but you expect it to be very cold. Miami's got a 45.5% chance to win, while Buffalo has a 54.1% chance. Got a 0.4% chance of tie. All these scores are brought to you by ESPN. Well, not scores, but statistics. And I'm not sponsored by ESPN, even though that would be really cool. So let's just get on. Miami is 2-3 in the last 5, along with Buffalo, who is also 2-3. Now let's check injury report for both teams. Got Miami, Jordan Phillips, defensive tackle, and Xavier Howard, cornerback, are both questionable to play. Matt Moore, quarterback, is doubtful, along with Cordia Tankersley, another cornerback, is also doubtful. We got Jermon Bushard, guard for Miami, is out. So now we got Buffalo. Kelvin Benjamin is questionable. John Miller, guard. By the way, Kelvin Benjamin's a wide receiver. So John Miller, guard, Nathan Peterman, quarterback, are both out. Jordan Matthews, wide receiver, and Cordy Glenn, offensive tackle, are on the IR. So it looks like both these teams have quite a bit of injuries. Now let's talk about some season leaders in passing. We got Miami is Jay Cutler. Buffalo is Tyrod Taylor. Rushing, Miami is Kenyon Drake. Buffalo is LaMashawn McCoy. Receiving, Miami, Kenny Stills. Buffalo, Charles Clay. All right, let's take a look at some quick team stat comparison. Points per game, Miami is 24th in the league, while Buffalo is 23rd. So Buffalo wins that. Points allowed per game, Buffalo has a superior 16 over Miami's 26th. These are all positions in the leagues, by the way. Yards passing, Miami's 19th, Buffalo is 31st. Yards rushing, Miami's 29th, Buffalo is 6th. Passing yards allowed, Miami 14th, Buffalo 17th. Rush yards allowed, Miami 15th, Buffalo 26th. It's looking like the Buffalo offense is superior to the Miami's, but the Miami defense is superior to the Buffalo's. Definitely Buffalo's, Buffalo's main sort of attack is rushing, as their quarterback is mobile. So we'll take a look, see how that game goes. I think it could go either way. It's not going to be one of the most exciting games. Speaking of probably not one of the most exciting games, we got the 7-6 Ravens at the 0-13 Browns. That's right. We got a hopefully a blowout, because as a Lion fan, I want another team to go 0-16. All right, this will be played at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time at CBS. 37 degrees, cloudy at Cleveland. Baltimore has a 70% chance to win. Cleveland has a 29.8. Tie is 0.2. All those percents. Baltimore is 3-2 in the last 5, while Cleveland, surprise, surprise, is 0-5. All right, injury report for both teams. Baltimore, Maurice Candy, quarterback. Ryan Mallett, QB. Zadarius Smith, linebacker. Ryan Jensen, guard. Jermaine Ellimore, guard. All of them are questionable to play. Cleveland, surprisingly not that many. Jamal Taylor, cornerback, is questionable, along with Matt Hazel, wide receiver. Bring Buddy Callahan, safety, is doubtful. All right, let's talk about some season leaders. We got passing, Baltimore, Joe Falco. Cleveland, Deshaun Kaiser. Rushing, Baltimore, Alex Collins. Cleveland, Isaiah Correll. Receiving, Baltimore, Mike Wallace. Cleveland is Duke Johnson Jr. All right, let's talk about some team stats here. comparison. Points per game, Baltimore is 9th, while Cleveland is dead last at 32nd. Points allowed per game, Baltimore 4th, Cleveland 29th. Got yards passing, Baltimore is 30th, Cleveland is 23rd. Yards rushing, on offense, my bad, Baltimore is 9th, Cleveland is 17th. Passing yards allowed, Baltimore is 12th, Cleveland is 21st. Rushing yards allowed, Baltimore is 13th, and Cleveland is, surprise, surprise, 6th. So this Cleveland defense is definitely good at stopping a run, but Baltimore is nasty overall, as I know from experience. There's really pathetically no passing game in either team. Cleveland's main thing is rushing. I know that. So if Baltimore can stop the rushing attack, I think they'll have some trouble through the air. Sean Kaiser's interception, a machine, kind of like the Penn State Christian Hackenberg was in college. Yeah, I know. I made a salvo. All right, next game, the 5-8 Bengals are going to the 10-3 Vikings. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on CBS. It's going to be 30 degrees Fahrenheit, chilly, and it's going to be cloudy. Cincinnati has a 16.3% chance, while Minnesota has a whopping 83.6% chance. Tie is 0.1. Cincinnati is 2-3 of its last 5, while Minnesota is a strong 4-1. Now let's talk about some injury reports for Cincinnati and Minnesota. All right, Cincinnati, Sean Williams, safety, is questionable. Dreer Kirkpatrick is out, along with Joe Mixon. Kevin Miller, linebacker. Mixon was a running back, by the way. T.J. Johnson, center, are both on the IR. That's right. Kevin Miller and T.J. Johnson. IR. All right, Minnesota. Emmanuel Lamar, linebacker, along with Kyle Rudolph, tight end, are both questionable to play. Riley Reef, offensive tackle, is doubtful. McNeese Alexander, cornerback, is out. And Blake Bell, tight end, is on the IR. All right, season leaders, passing, Cincinnati, Andy Dalton. Minnesota, Case Keenum. That's right, you heard me right. Case Keenum. Rushing, Cincinnati, Joe Mixon, who, like I said earlier, is out. So that means our leading rusher is not playing today. Minnesota's is Latavius Murray. Receiving, Cincinnati, A.J. Green. Minnesota is Adam Thielen. All right, some quick team comparison. Team stats. Points per game, Cincinnati is 28th, Minnesota is 13th. Points allowed per game, Cincinnati is 13th, while Minnesota is 3rd. So we got two good, decent defenses. Well, Minnesota is really good. We got yards passing, Cincinnati 26th, Minnesota 10th. Yards rushing, Cincinnati 31st, Minnesota 8th. Passing yards allowed, Cincinnati 8th, Minnesota 5th. Rush yards allowed, Cincinnati dead last at 32nd, Minnesota 3rd. This Minnesota defense is very good, along with the Cincinnati pass defense, but that run defense cannot stop literally anyone. Luckily for them, Cincinnati, Dalvin Cook is on the IR. So it looks like Cincinnati's best game is passing, even worse in rushing, which is pretty sad since it's a pretty bottom league statistics. As I believe they're still in the playoffs last time I checked. I think I'll be reviewing those playoffs on Tuesday. All right, next time, 5-8 Jets are playing at the 9-4 Saints. Jets are facing elimination if they lose this game. That's right, the Jets are in the playoffs, I believe, from my last video. All right, it's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, CBS, don't miss it. I guess you could with these statistics. New York Jets, it has a 6.9% chance to win. New Orleans, 93.1. Tie is 0.1. The New York Jets are 2-3 out of the last 5, but here's something that'll make them happy. New Orleans are 3-2, so I got a little not as good as they were earlier. All right, injury reports. New York Jets, Matt Forte and Brian Winters, guard and running back and guard, are both questionable to play. Muhammad Wilkerson, defensive end, and Jeremy Kearley, wide receiver, are both out. Josh McCown, quarterback, is on the IR. So now New Orleans, Ted Gay Jr. is questionable, along with Adios Pete, offensive tackle, is also questionable. Trey Hendrickson, defensive end, is out, along with AJ Klein, linebacker. All right, season leaders, passing, New York Jets, Josh McCown, who is on the IR. So their leading passer is out. So it's going to be interesting who they put in a quarterback today. So we got New Orleans is Drew Brees. Rushing, Bilal Powell for the New York Jets. In New Orleans, Mark Ingram. Receiving, Jets, Robbie Anderson. New Orleans, Michael Thomas. All right, let's take a look at some quick team stats comparison. All right, points per game. Jets are 20th. Saints are 3rd. The points allowed per game. The Jets are 22nd. New Orleans are 11th. Yards passing. Jets are 21st. New Orleans Saints are 5th. Yards rushing. The Jets are 20th, and the Saints are 4th. That's right. A team that normally heavy on passing is 4th in the league in rushing. This offense is potent. This defense is improved to an average, above average defense. Expect this team to go to the playoffs. They are very good. Passing yards allowed. Jets 19th. New Orleans Saints 10th. Rushing yards allowed. Jets 21st. Saints 19th. Correction. The Saints are okay. They're very decent. This is definitely have improved a defensive squad by the Saints, though. Marshawn Lattimore really helped them out. Too bad he got injured early in the year. Got supreme edge rusher in Cameron Jordan. So, yeah, we got those stats. Expect the Saints to win. If they don't, then I don't know what's wrong with the universe. All right, let's go to the next game. 11-2 Eagles at the 2-11 Giants. Records flipped there. 10 a.m. Pacific time. Standard time, at Fox. That's right, don't sue me for saying Fox's name. It's a joke, right? Alright, it's going to be 35 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy. Philadelphia has 70.9% chance. The Giants have a 28.9% chance. Tie is 0.2. Alright, Philadelphia is 4-1 this last 5, while the Giants are measly 1-4. Injury report, Philadelphia. Stefan Winsky, guard, questionable. Carson Wentz, QB. All right, Eagles fans, plug your ears, is on the IR. Starting quarterback is out. All right, New York Giants. Roger Willis, wide receiver. Brandon Dixon, defensive back. And Travis Rudolph, wide receiver, are all questionable. Landon Collins, safety, is doubtful. Nate Behe, I don't know. Safety is on the IR. So, yeah, we got crucial players are out this week. All right, let's talk about season leaders. Passing, Philadelphia, Carson Wentz, out. Your Giants is Eli Manning. I believe he is starting again after that one game benching. Rushing, Philadelphia, like Garrett Blunt. Giants, Orleans Darkwa. That just tells you how good this rushing team is. All right, receiving, Philadelphia, Alshon Jeffrey. New York Giants, Evan Engram. All right, let's take a look at the team stats comparison. Points per game, Philadelphia, 1st. Giants, 31st. Points allowed per game, Philadelphia, 5th. Giants, 27th. Yards passing, Philadelphia, 11th. Giants, 22nd. Yards rushing, Philadelphia 2nd, Giants 28th. That is superb stats for Philadelphia. That is just garbage stats for Giants. This game is screaming Philadelphia, but remember, they might have some quarterbacking troubles. All right, talk about pass yards allowed. Philadelphia 13th, Giants 31st. Rush yards allowed, 1st for Philadelphia, 31st for Giants. We got a superb rushing stopping defense and a really decent pass stopping defense. Giants is just abysmal. This is really abysmal team. Giants, definitely not a team that won the Super Bowl not too long ago, but still gotta play some football. So I definitely suggest betting on the Eagles. Just be wary about Carson Wentz, because he was really the one who was carrying them, well, not fully, but helping them get carried. All right, next one. Game 6 and 7 Cardinals at the 5 and 8 Redskins. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Fox. 47 degrees and cloudy weather. Arizona has a 19.9% chance. Washington has an 80% chance. I know it's wrong, but that's what ESPN told me. The tie is 0.2% chance, but it's really only 0.1. So Arizona is the most bottomest team that's still there and running for the playoffs. So yes, but do they really have a chance? Yes. Do they really have a chance? No. All right, Arizona's got to win this game. All right, injury report. Arizona, Josh Murrow, defensive tackle. Corey Peterson's defensive tackle are both questionable. Gabe Martin, linebacker, is out, along with Earl Watford, guard. Also, Jermaine Gresham, tight end, is out. All three of those guys I just mentioned, out. Not playing. Washington got 5 questionable guys to play. Morgan Moses, offensive tackle. Ryan Anderson, linebacker. Maurice Harris, wide receiver. Terrell McClain, defensive tackle. Chase Ruler, center. I repeat myself, all 4 of those guys are questionable to play. All right, let's get on the season leaders. Passing, Arizona, Carson Palmer, who is, I believe, injured. Washington is Kirk Cousins, who they probably will lose soon. Rushing, Arizona, AP, Adrian Peterson, after David Johnson got injured at the beginning of the year. Washington, Simon G. Perring, the person who took over for Joe Mixon in Oklahoma when he got suspended. Receiving, Arizona, old man himself, Larry Fitzgerald. Washington, Jamison Crowder. Team comparison, team stats, let's get it. Points per game, Arizona, 26. Washington is 17th. Points allowed per game, Arizona is 25th. Washington is dead last at 32nd. So you can definitely see not the best defenses. Washington is definitely better offense than Arizona. But Arizona did beat Jacksonville earlier in the year, so don't count them out. Yards passing, Arizona 13th, Washington 14th. Yard rushing, Arizona 30th, Washington 25th. Not the best rushing attacks for either team. Pretty decent passing attacks for both teams. All right, pass yards allowed, Arizona 15th, Washington 18th. Rush yards allowed, Arizona 7th, Washington 25th. A superior defense of the Cardinals is kind of been their bright spot besides Larry Fitzgerald kind of the entire year. All right, got another game. 7-6 Packers at the 9-4 Panthers. The return of Aaron Rodgers. Packers fans, you have permission to rejoice. If you beat the Panthers, that just makes it all better for the Lions. So just think about that when you play them. All right, it's going to be at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Fox. That's right, 10 a.m. Gotta get ready. 45 degrees, cloudy. Green Bay has a 37.2% chance. Carolina has a 62.5% chance. The tie is 0.3% chance, which is also wrong, but ESPN, logic. All right, Green Bay is 3-2 his last 5. Carolina is a strong 4-1. Injury report, Green Bay. Remember, Aaron Rodgers is off his shackles and is probably starting. Got Dimitri Goodson, cornerback, along with Nick Perry, linebacker, Jake Ryan, linebacker, and Jason Springs, offensive tackle, are all questionable to play. David House, cornerback, is out. I repeat, out. Carolina, Devin Funchess, wide receiver, along with Tyler Larson, center, are questionable to play. Shaq Thompson, linebacker, and Trey Turner, guard, are both out. So, yeah, we got that. Season leaders, passing, For Green Bay, Brett Hundley, who's not starting anymore. That's Aaron Rodgers now. Carolina's Cam Newton. Rushing, Green Bay, Aaron Jones. Carolina, Jonathan Stewart. Receiving, Green Bay, Devontae Adams. Carolina is Devin Funchess. Go Blue. Didn't know that reference. Devin Funchess went to Michigan. All right, team stats. Let's get it. Points per game. Green Bay 17th. Carolina 14th. Points allowed per game. Green Bay 19th. Carolina 10th. Carolina is above average team in those categories. Well, Green Bay is definitely average-ish. Yards passing, Green Bay 24th, Carolina 28th. Yards rushing, Green Bay 18th, Carolina 5th. So the Carolina rushing game is definitely their strong point, with Cam Newton be a rushing machine along with that double-edged sword of Jonathan Stewart and Christian McCaffrey. So this is all going to depend about how well they do and how well Green Bay can stop them. Passing yards allowed, Green Bay 24th, Carolina 7th. Rushing yards allowed, Green Bay 18th, Carolina 4th. So yeah, you can definitely see this. Carolina's defense is significantly better than Green Bay's. Aaron Rodgers is going to have to carry them. All right. I believe this is our final game in the, yep, it is in the early window, as NFL Red Zone person would say. We got the 49 Texans at the 94 Jags. That's right, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on CBS. 65 degrees, partially cloudy. Houston has a 23.5% chance to win. Jacksonville, 76.3% chance. Ty is a 0.2% chance. Houston's last 5 games is 1-4. Jacksonville's a strong 4-1. One of those last games coming to the Cardinals. Injury report. Houston, Javion Clowney, defensive end, I know, is questionable, along with Michael Prout, tight end, questionable. So you gotta, hopefully Javion Clowney start. There might be panic time for Houston with Deshaun Watson already on the IR. We got Braxton Miller, wide receiver, out. Jalen Jenkins, linebacker, out. Kendall Lamb, offensive tackle, out. All right, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette is running back is questionable. Alan Hearns, wide receiver, is out, along with Larry Pinkward, wide receiver. All right, season leaders passing. Houston, Deshaun Watson, who is not there anymore. Keep in mind. Jacksonville is Blake Bortles. Rushing, Houston, Lamar Miller. Jacksonville, Leonard Fournette. Receiving, Houston, DeAndre Hopkins. Jacksonville, Marquise Lee. All right, let's take a look at some team stats here. Points per game, Houston 12th, Jacksonville 6th. Points allowed per game, Houston abysmal 29th, Jacksonville 1st. So we got a strong offense and strong defense. Jacksonville, they're my defensive team in fantasy. All right, you got yards passing. Houston 17th, Jacksonville 18th. Yards rushing, Houston 13th, Jacksonville 1st. So they definitely got a strong rushing attack. Passing yards allowed, Houston 26th, Jacksonville 1st. Rushing yards allowed, Houston 10th. Jacksonville 22nd. So yes, this Jacksonville defense has a weakness, and that's rushing. Fortunately for Houston, they actually have a decent rushing attack. They gotta hit those holes so they stand any chance against this defense. Passing will probably get them nowhere. All right, first late game window, we got a good one for you. 9-4 Rams on the 8-5 Seahawks. Seahawks have not lost within the division. It's going to be at 1:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Fox. 47 degrees Fahrenheit with rain. Los Angeles Rams have a 33.7% chance to win. Seattle has a 66.1% chance to win. Tie is 0.3. The Rams are 3-2 in the last 5 games, along with Seattle. 3-2, so His powerhouses aren't doing as good as expected, but can't get them everywhere. All right. Injury report. We got one Ram, and that's QB Brandon Allen is doubtful. Seattle got Bobby Wagner is questionable. KJ Wright linebacker is doubtful, along with Nazar Jones defensive tackle. Chris Carson running back is on the IR, along with Cam Chancellor safety IR. So this defense has taken a huge hit. With also earlier starting quarterback, I've got to remember his name. I forget things when I'm doing this stuff. We'll see. Oh, yeah, it'll come to me later. I know who he is. I saw a little documentary on the Seahawks yesterday. All right, season leaders, passing, Los Angeles Rams, Jared Goff. Seattle, Russell Wilson. Rushing, Los Angeles Rams, Todd Gurley II. Seattle, Russell Wilson. That's normal. Receiving, Los Angeles Rams, Cooper Kupp. Seattle, Doug Baldwin. All right, got team stats. Comparison, points per games, Rams 2nd, Seattle 11th. Points allowed per game, Rams 12th, Seattle 8th. Yards passing, got Rams is 8th, Seattle is 7th. Yards rushing, Rams is 14th, Seattle is 19th. So we got a decent passing attack, a weaker running attack for Seattle. Pretty good offense in both teams, pretty good defense on both teams. All right, we got a passing yards allowed, Rams are 11th, Seattle 16th. Rushing yards allowed, Rams is 28th, and Seattle is 8th. Still not remembering his name. All I know is Richard Sherman. So definitely got weaker defense in Seattle. All right, here we got another great game for you today. The 10-3 Pats, or the New England Patriots, aka the Death Star, is playing the 11-2 Steelers. 1:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, CBS. All right, New England has a 46.5% chance, while Pittsburgh has a 53.1% chance, 0.4% chance, of tie. New England is 4-1 of his last 5, with Pittsburgh is the best you can beat, 5-0 in the last 5. Injury reports: New England, Stephon Gilmore, cornerback, is questionable to play. Trey Flowers, defensive end, is also questionable. Alan Branch, defensive tackle, is out. Kyle Van Noy, linebacker, out. Brandon King, safety, is out. Steelers, Cody Sensenbar, cornerback, is questionable, along with Juju Smith-Schuster, wide receiver, and Joe Hayden, cornerback. Vance McDonald, tight end, is out. All right. Does that. Season leaders, passing, New England, Tom Brady. He's not the GOAT yet. We gotta wait until 2020 until the NFL updates their top 100 players. Hashtag Drew Brees and Joe Thomas. Yeah. All right. Rushing, New England, Dion Lewis. I forgot to say Pittsburgh is passing his Big Ben Roethlisberger. All right. Rushing Pittsburgh, Le'Veon Bell, who has I believe the most votes to go to the Pro Bowl. Receiving, New England, Brandon Cooks. Pittsburgh, Antonio Brown. Team stats, points per game, New England 4th, Pittsburgh 8th. Points allowed per game, New England 5th, Pittsburgh 7th. Yards passing, New England 1st, Pittsburgh 2nd. Yards rushing, New England 15th, Pittsburgh 23rd. So superb offense and defense, passing and attack. Pretty slacky rushing attack. For Pittsburgh, that seems a little odd with Le'Veon Bell being in there. I won't question it. New England has a average. Passing yards allowed, New England 29th, Pittsburgh 3rd. Rushing yards allowed, New England 23rd, Pittsburgh 9th. So this New England defense, definitely not as best as it was. Pittsburgh's defense is returning to earlier form. Definitely not the Steel Curtain Row. It didn't have enough names. Alright. We got 2 more games for you. Last early window game, 8-5 Titans at the 3-10 49ers. Jimmy G is trying to let them on a comeback here. All right, it's going to be at 1:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. CBS, 63 degrees Fahrenheit. All these are in Fahrenheit. Sunny. Good weather for footballs. All right, Tennessee, 50.7% chance. San Francisco, 48.9% chance. You heard that right. San Francisco is actually in this game, and I believe it. All right, the Ties, 0.4% chance. Tennessee, last 5 is 3-2, along with San Francisco is 3-2. Yes, San Francisco is matching Tennessee's skills. Let's take a look at that injury report. Tennessee, Phillips Supernov, tight end, along with Jonathan Cyprian, safety, are questionable to play for the Titans. Around Derek Morgan, linebacker, is out. San Francisco, Greg Maben, cornerback, questionable, along with Akil Witherspoon, cornerback, is questionable. Trent Bound, offensive tackle, is on the IR for the 49ers. Season leaders, passing, Tennessee, Marcus Mariota, who has gone downhill lately. Sad to see Oregon quarterback, Keely Smith, kind of reminds me, sadly. I wasn't alive then, so, yeah. Well, I probably was. I don't know how long he lasted. All right, rushing, San Francisco, C.J. Beathard for passing, just saying that. Rookie rushing, Tennessee, Derrick Henry. Okay, that's interesting. San Francisco's Carlos Hyde. Receiving, Tennessee, Delane Walker. San Francisco, Marquise Goodwin. Team staff comparison. Points per game, Tennessee 19th. San Francisco 27th. Points allowed per game,